What's up, guys? It's Dana. So this is Luna Classic versus BUSD on Binance, of course. And as you guys can see, there are some factors telling us to be cautious right now, and I'm gonna tell you why. So we do have negative momentum still building on the MACD. It is getting weaker, but it's still there. RSI is below neutral. Short-term moving average is above the midterm right now, looking at this setting, but I have another chart where I can see that the 21 period moving average is actually below the midterm, which is a bearish signal, excuse me, a bearish signal. So we are kind of losing the demand zone. We are in it, but we've kind of tested going below it a few times on the daily past days. The real problem would be if we break this level, which would be around 0.00022. Okay, if we break that, if we close a daily below that, next support area I will be looking at is around this level, which would be between 0.019723 to 0.00018 18 in short. Okay, that would be close to this moving average. Looking at the 4 hourly, as you guys can see, this trend line is being respected. We have one touch here, a second touch here, and another touch here, which tells us it's valid. And if you guys want to know more about trend lines, just head over to the video section on YouTube and look for that title that says how to draw trend lines the correct way. It's a 21-minute long video, but very, very helpful for beginners. And even if you're experienced, it's something that could help you brush up on your memory. So as you guys can see, we are below short-term moving average. Midterm is curling below the long-term too. All these are bearish signals, as you guys can see. And I'm looking at another chart where I have the 21 moving average too. Price action is kind of touching it. It's holding it right now. I can bring that up for you guys just a minute so you guys can see what I'm talking about. Okay, there you go. So this is the 21 weekly moving average, and as you guys can see, we kind of went above it and we're trying to hold it right now. Okay, let me bring back the other chart. So what's happening is we can't seem to break out of this resistance line. We got close to it again, but clearly we are being rejected again, as you guys can see. So same goes for the 4 hourly chart. Okay, if we break anywhere, we do seem to have some type of support around these levels. But if we break anywhere below 22,000, like 0.00022, I won't keep on saying 0.000 all the time. So when I say 22, just I hope you guys understand what I mean. I don't mean 22,000, or I don't mean, 22 something. I'm just trying to make it shorter. If we lose this mini support that we seem like we are having right now, let me just draw a line for you right here. The next, support, the major one, is still around these areas, 0.00022. And if we lose that one, like you guys can see why it's major. We've bounced out of, off it a few times. At this point, for example, another point is this one, for example, okay? If we lose this level though, if we lose this level, we can easily come back and test the 78.6 area. Okay, easily it could happen. And looking at the 4 hourly oscillators, RSI is still below neutral, and we do have hidden bearish divergence developing right now. It's not valid yet since it's not complete yet, but it is developing. The only way it's going to be invalid is if we close a 4 hourly candle at least above this line that I'm showing you. That would be around 0.00025,700. Okay. Until then, it's going to be valid. If this continues, it's going to be valid. So let's see if we can hold this level, these areas, let's say between this one to this one. But if we lose this level right here, see eventually around these prices, as you guys can look at the left side where we can see prices. So that is the major support levels that I'm looking at, okay? And when it comes to resistance, we have to break this one for us to see any action to the higher level. So we have to break these levels. Let me just draw it for you. It would be easier for you guys to follow up. This one will be the first resistance level or first target we can reach, okay? And then maybe see some type of pullback. But if we break out of this level, then there's not much holding us until 0.000304 levels, okay? Like around these levels, 30, sorry, not 304, 0.00308 areas. And if you look at the daily, you guys can see it's somewhere where this trend line is starting, okay? That would be the level I'll be looking at. And if we can break out of that level, see eventually around these levels, okay? I can just draw it for you guys so you're like it's easier for you to follow up. So first target we have to break out right here, okay? Second resistance level I'll be looking at is right around these levels, all right? You can look at the prices here so I don't go over all those zeros over and over. And the next one I'll be looking at is this one. So these are the levels to the downside that I'm looking at when it comes to support levels, or if people, for some people that are shorting, like these are the levels I'll be like closing shorts at. And looking at the upper side, these are the levels I'll be looking at as first, target, second target, third target, or first resistance, second resistance, third resistance. On the daily, MACD is, like I said, it's getting weaker, but it's still there. Like the bearish momentum is still there, negative momentum is still there. Nothing has changed. Weekly is not looking healthy at all. I mean, we've had past 2 weeks past 2 weeks have been strong, full-bodied red candles, as you guys can see. So that doesn't, say like that is not a good sign. It's not a bullish sign. Obviously, we do see that the bears are in control. Excuse me. The bears are in control and not the bulls. So we could see something like this. Like I can give you a little bit of what do you call it? Like just let me remember. If we can see something like this, and this on the weekly I'm talking about, okay? If we can see something like this, like this one comes down and we hold this support, and then we see a bullish candle, which should come at least to these levels, okay? That that would tell us like we could see some continuation to the upside if that happens. So we will have to give it the whole week until we can see something like that. If something like that even, builds. And we have 6 days left, 7 days almost left till the next weekly candle. So we'll have to give it time. But this is the short term and midterm analysis on Luna. When I look at the weekly, like we're talking long term, very long term, but the short term and midterm, we've covered it, and I hope you find value in it. And if you do, do not forget to subscribe, like, and hit the bell to be notified the next time I go live for, live TA analysis. And thank you for tuning in, and good luck. Take care.